You stink. I'm just kidding. I love you. Please stay. Hi friends, welcome to another video with myself, Noah Hammond. Today we're going to be talking about judgment and how to avoid judgment in its most basic form so that you can thrive in your life. Now this might sound at first like an extreme paradigm, but stay tuned because it'll all make sense in the end. The way to avoid judgment is to not judge anything at all, ever. I mean at the most basic form. We're talking about judging things as good or bad. I got a promotion, that's good. I got an injury, that's bad. When we judge things as good or bad, we're basically fooling ourselves. Ultimately, our limited mind has no idea whether or not something is good or bad. It can only grasp onto what's happened in the past, and then by calculating all those things, make sense of the moment here and put a label on it as good or bad, right or wrong, happy or sad, awesome or sucky. But all of that is so limited in perspective because we have no idea what the future will bring. When we judge, we remove our power, because we take the infinite realm of possibilities and we bring it down into a labeled, small, bite-sized little box, something that our mind can get a construct around. So I'll give you a direct example from my life. Throughout my athletic career and throughout my physical expressions, I've had a lot of injuries. Right? In high school, I fractured my spine and herniated a disc while I was in my football career. Right? In college, I played rugby until I separated and tore both shoulders. I did Muay Thai kickboxing until the point where I broke my hand. I did jiu-jitsu, and at some point again I re-injured my back injury. Right? And in one perspective, I could look at all these injuries as unfortunate, and I could label them as bad. Oh, pain, you know, oh, it stopped me from training, oh, it stopped me from my football career, or whatever the case may be. But really, from a less limited perspective, from hindsight, I can see that these injuries were all blessings. They all brought me to my next great passion inside of my physical expression. So it's easy to see that from the limited perspective of the moment when I'm tearing the rotator cuff in my shoulder, it's easy to go, oh man, that sucks, that's terrible, I'm sorry to hear that. But where that led me is the next evolution of my growth and my expansion and the next great physical expression in my life. And who knows, if I had never torn my shoulder playing rugby, maybe I would have never moved on to martial arts. Maybe I would have stayed doing that. And maybe I would have missed out on something amazing in my life. So that's just one easy example to see that the labels and the judgments are ultimately useless. And they take away our power because they limit our perspective. So if we just resign from judgments of any kind, we just allow the world to unfold the way it's unfolding, we allow our life to flow the way it's flowing, and we don't make labels of good or bad, but we just sit like happy, anticipating children, waiting, what's next? I can only imagine it's gonna be awesome. And when it shows up, we don't label it good or bad. We just allow it to flow through our never-ending stream of awesome life experience, of awesome expansion. The bad things can show us our greatness. The good things can lead us down a dark path. Good and bad is ultimately a figment of our imagination. So I invite you, friend, to release these judgments and to feel the peace and the power and the clarity that comes from flowing unhindered by our limited mind and open to all the possibilities of what can flow through your experience.